Welcome to this short video on finding the evidence. This video will cover the skills needed to find journal articles and resources to support your academic work, and creating a comprehensive and systematic search to find articles in a database. Let's quickly look at where we can find good quality information. Starting with library search, this is where you'll find your books and some journal articles that the library search indexes from the databases, but it doesn't cover every single item that we have available via the library catalogue. The databases are where you need to focus your attention to find good quality evidence to support your academic work, and we are going to look at the skills that were needed to be able to do this within this video. And in the internet, remember, the internet is very unregulated, but it is okay to use to find things like government and professional resources, but definitely not your academic work. So let's start looking at our search techniques. The first thing to do is to identify our key concepts from our research question. So I have a hypothetical research question here, ethics in nurse prescribing. I'm going to pick out my key concepts to be able to start identifying my search strategy to use in the database. My key concepts in this instance are nurse, prescribing, and ethics. It's important to identify these key concepts because they'll then form the basis of the key terms you need to identify the evidence in your database searches. It's no use putting your entire research topic into a database that won't find you good quality evidence. So now we've identified our key concepts, let's look at combining them to start forming our research strategy. I have nurse, prescribing, and ethics, and I would combine these with the word and. Combining with the word and will narrow your search results down to focus on literature that concentrates on all of your key concepts. The next thing to think about is a technique called truncation. This is where you take the main body of the word and add an asterisk onto the end of it. This will ensure that you find all potential word endings for your word, and that will give you more search results also. So for example, nurse without the E with an asterisk on the end will find you nurse, nursing, nursed. Let's now think about our alternative terms. This is a really useful technique to use to expand the amount of results that you get within your database search. So if you have a word for a particular intervention, for example, think about the other ways that that intervention could be expressed. So if we think about the example that's on the screen, the object that's on the screen, there are lots of different words that describe this particular object, and here are just a few of them. So one of the things to think about when you are searching is there an alternative way of expressing my search term? Because that then will bring you back more results. So for example, going back to my hypothetical research question, I have the word ethic that can be substituted for moral also. So I would combine those two words with the word or, and then the database will bring back articles that include the word ethic or moral. So using the word or to combine your alternative terms broadens your search results to bring back a combination of terms, giving you more results. Let's now think about making our research strategy really focused. And one of the ways that we can do this is by using filters. So the first thing to think about is I want the most recent evidence, so I'm going to put a date filter on. You might not want to go back more than 5 or 10 years. You can think about a demographic. Are you looking at a particular age or a gender? You'd want to narrow to English language also, because you can't use anything that you can't read. And also the subject headings can be really useful to filter out any unwanted content. And I'm going to look more closely at using these techniques in the next video. So let's just have a quick refresh about what we've actually covered in this video. We've identified our key concepts. We've then chosen our key terms and combined those with the word and. We've looked at using truncation to find alternative endings for words, and we've looked at identifying any alternative key terms and combining them with the word or. We've also looked at using filters to make our research strategy and results much more focused. So a top tip is a little groundwork prior to starting your search will reap rewards, save you time and get you the best results. It's worth investing a little energy before you actually start searching for your literature to think about your search strategy, the techniques that you will want to use, and what kind of results you are looking for. Thank you for listening.